Three Core Abilities That Make a Successful Leader by Daniel Minkadis. Don't follow, take initiative. Three simple concepts to apply. So, defining a leader, a boss, a coach. Well, who are leaders? And first of all, who am I to say who's a leader? Well, I'm Daniel Minkadis, and I've had some experience in leadership. I've done marketing coordinator in Sam's. I've been a general manager for Dunkin' Donuts, and I've been a lead manager for several other little companies. So for the most part, I kind of know more or less the functions of being a leader. Now, a leader doesn't always have to be business type. It can always be a boss, it can be a coach, it can be a teacher, it can be a parent. But the main thing is that there's leaders in your everyday life, and these are people who are giving you guidance. One thing that I want you guys to remember is that it's not always about business when it comes to leaders. It's more about the role model. It's more about the leadership that they provide. Now, this is very important to me because I think having leadership experience goes well with any major and will follow you through your career, your workforce, any kind of experience that you would have. So it all starts with the three core abilities. When we look at it, it's loyalty, decisional making, and open-mindedness. Now, these three core abilities, it's not rocket science, it doesn't take expenses, it doesn't take anything to get these abilities. It really just takes you being and putting the effort in it to get them. Now, if you look at these core abilities, you'll find them common in CEOs, coaches, parents, captains, people taking the starting role, even people that are running the student council or even the booster. Now, the works and the efforts. If we look at the three core abilities and we break them down into detail, we look at them a little more further and how we utilize each one. We look at loyalty. Now, that's going to basically be the dedication, where you earn their respect and where you earn experience. Decisional making. That's going to be where you're going to have to make the hard choices, where it's negative, positive, but you always want to make it positive for your future. Decisional making also has to do with confidence, showing that you have confidence for the team or for whoever you're running for, whatever you're doing. You need to make sure that whatever choice you make, you say it with confidence. No one's going to go under your team without that. Open-mindedness, now that's going to be the opportunity to get feedback, for you to grow, to do in the areas that you need improvement, Now, if you look at it, examples, let's look at loyalty. Now, I refer back to Tom Brady, right? Now, Tom Brady, the thing that he's been loyal is his own team. He's been taking a salary pay cut so he can keep certain players on the team and so he can have a winning team. Now, that's loyal if you think about it. He's loyal to the city, loyal to the whole organization. Decisional making. Now, any kind of parent, you can look at it, is going to be decisional making. They're that kind of leader that has to make that choice, whether it's going to be a good thing, a bad thing, but it's always going to be a positive choice. No matter what, they're going to think the positive for their future. Now, if you look at open-mindedness, one of the best examples that I can think of is Steve Jobs. Just the whole era that he completed, the whole new world that he made, basically, with his creativity. So let's take these core abilities and let's look at them more into detail. Let's elaborate more on them. If you look at loyalty, for example, I started off with some stick figures for there. You go with 4, then you end up with 3, you end up with 2, then you're just left with 1. Now, the concept that I have here is that you're going to always have that one person sticking around that's loyal, that will do anything to make sure they better that. And that's just basically what we seek in leaders. If you look at Tom Brady, look, for example, the quote that I put. If you don't believe in yourself, why is anyone else going to believe in you? Which is true. Ultimately, loyalty is going to gain respect and give you that dedication. Overall, loyalty equals respect. Decisional making. Now, this core ability now is my favorite one in parents. If you take, for example, Beyonce. Now, she's a parent herself. She was in a group, Destiny's Child, right? And she decided to split up to better her own future. But at the same time, she's bettering her family. She's foreseeing the future that she could do better. And that's the same thing that you want to see in a leader and that you see in parents. They're going to overall make a choice that's going to better the future, that's going to better the situation. So overall decisional making is going to be the objective to make it positive or negative. Last but not least, open-mindedness. This is one of my favorite ones, and one of my favorite ones to compare to is Steve Jobs. Now, the open-mindedness is where the creativity comes. The way that you're going to bring in the views and turn them the opposite direction. Instead of you looking the way that you normally do, your normal routine, you're going to open your mind and see it in a different way. Now, this is going to be the perception of it. If you're in a business, you're going to look at a customer's point of view. You're going to see if it's dirty for them, not dirty for you. You're the one that's been there. It's going to be more for a customer. Now, if you're going to look at it from a parent's standpoint, you want to think about your kids. What are they going through? How would they feel about, failing a quiz or failing or doing something else? Or, you got to open your mind to make sure that you can put yourself in the other shoes. Now, think about Steve Jobs' quote for a little bit. Innovation distinguishes between leader and a follower. Basically, think about that. Now, if you can open your mind and look at it in a different way, you're going to be leading. You're going to be creating something that no one else can because you're taking that lead. Now, overall, open-mindedness is going to be the feedback you receive to improve. So now that I gave you all this information, this is basically what you find in successful leaders. The concept of all these three core abilities basically get utilized and they just make a successful leader. But just make sure that they keep striving up into the positive direction.